Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to �SGF family. As you all know, �SGF is a non-profit organization meant to educate English and to support people how we can be good in communication. We meet every Sunday for advanced meeting. Advanced meeting is very, very advanced for a simple reason. We get people who are achieved something in life. So each and every one of you are fortunate to be part of this particular advanced meeting. Let me now invite our person who's going to talk about our speaker. We have Madam Bhuvana, who's a teacher from Andhra Pradesh, who's our neighboring state. Please join me in welcoming our prime mover, Coach Bhuvana Madam.
Thank you, sir. Good evening to all from my side. I'm Bhuvana from Andhra Pradesh, India. I'm a teacher, correspondent, and scorecard holder, and especially sharEvery. Today, I'm going to invite our guest speaker. She's a coach and telecom engineer, entrepreneur, soft skill trainer, public speaking coach, and sharEvery. So she is none other than Coach Sonal from Bangalore. So let's welcome her. Sonal, ma'am.
Theme for today is happiness. The reason why I suggested to Coach Ram Babu that I wanted to speak on such a pertinent, such an imperative theme was because I find it lacking in most of us today. We have all the resources at our disposal. We have things that money can buy. But the one quality money can't buy is happiness. Do you all agree with me? So I thought we could spend half an hour discussing this highly relevant subject. Now, happiness. Exactly. We all aspire for it. We all aim for it. We all want to be it. But what is happiness?
Hi, Sonal.
Hello.
This is Kalyani.
Yes, ma'am.
So, in my words, happiness is not just, having a plastic smile on your face, but inner self has to be at peace, right? And that's when you have the habit that, okay, I'm fine. So that's what I think.
So for Kalyani ma'am, it is inner peace.
Yeah, hi. Happiness is a state of being. Like for one person, happiness means something, and for other person, happiness means something. So it's just the value that one person is giving to happiness. So that is happiness, according to me. Thank you.
It is a state of being. So we saw Kalyani ma'am who said it is inner peace, Ruchika who said it is a state of being. Other opinions, thoughts, of course, Jagdish sir.
Happiness, yeah, happiness keeps evolving between time to time. Right now, happiness could be different. The same happiness could be different, sad after some time. So it is very, very subjective.
Okay, it is subjective. Anybody else? Yes, Neelu.
Yeah. Happiness actually is very wide subject. I mean, according to me, if you have got good relation in the family, you are very happy. You have got good friends, good happiness, that lies. Because some people are happy when they earn money. Some people are happy when they reach to great status. But for me, if you are happiness, if your family is close, you have got good friends, that is best part.
Yes, similar to in line what Jagdish sir said, it is subjective. Different things, it means different things to different people. Now coming to happiness. Happiness, like Ruchika said, it is a state of being. It is a state of positivity, joy, and contentment. Happiness is letting go of what you think life is supposed to be, to look like, and celebrating it for everything that it is. Similar to what Jagdish said. There are very few material possessions that can make people happy, and there are many possessions which may not be materialistic. Have you ever been happy? Now, we all spoke quite extensively about what happiness means. Have you all ever been happy? Paula?
The question as yes, I certainly have been, because to me, I define happiness as living the life that I imagined for myself, living my very best life. And that can be good and bad, but you always learn from it. And when you learn from it, to me, that creates a feeling of resilience within you and confidence. And it makes me happy to be resilient and confident.
Okay, so you derive happiness in being resilient. Eric?
Oh, yes, of course. And just like happiness, yes, to answer your question directly, I've been happy. But of course, for me, happiness is just like an emotion, right? And like other emotions, emotions are temporary. You can be happy tonight, tomorrow morning, you feel different. So I've been happy at one point in my life. I also experienced other emotions like being sad, frustrated, upset. So happiness is temporary, just like all other emotions. So it's up to us if we will make it permanently part of our life or just having a changing emotions from time to time.
Yes, very similar to what Jagdish said, that what makes you happy today may not necessarily make you happy tomorrow. So it is evolving.
Good evening to all. According to myself, happiness means it's a state of pleasure. Means sense organs which are getting pleasure due to a situation or a text or for a texture. It is called a happiness.
Yes. I'm asking you, have you ever been happy? All of us have at some point been happy. If so, when? And I want every single body on the roster to answer this very briefly, very briefly.
Every night and every morning, I set up my mind. And according to me, no situations can disturb me. I'm setting up my mind. Whatever situation I am in, I have to be happy.
Yes, thank you, Sandra. Regardless of the circumstances, Sandra keeps herself happy, but she makes up her mind to keep herself happy.
Tonal man.
Yes.
For me, if we want to be happy, we need to maintain a symptom that is feeling contentment.
Okay,
most of the times, I be happy with this symptom. That is the reason 99% I maintain smile on my face.
On your face. All right. Very
Yes.
nice.
Thank you so
very
much.
Happy to see your happy face. Yes. So it's safe to say that all of us have been happy at some point in our lives. We've all been happy, right? Bharti Tiwari.
Yeah, ma'am. Good evening.
When have you been happy? It's a quick fire round. When have you been happy?
I have been happy in my school period and in my school time. Because
during your school days.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bharti. Chaturani.
I am happy in my wedding day.
She'll be happy on her wedding day.
Oh, on her wedding day. Fantastic. Fantastic. Nothing can get better than that. Prabhakar Rao, Shobha Rani. We haven't heard from you.
Yes, I am going to share something. Whenever I'll preach on the pulpit, when people listen and follow my words, I will be happy.
Oh, okay. When people listen to you, you feel very happy. Very nice.
Yeah, really.
Happiness depends upon the situations. If the situations which is like things happen before you, then you will get happy. Otherwise,
yes,
you don't.
But I'm asking, have you been happy? When have you been happy?
When I get success in my career.
When you are successful at something.
our sharEvery and family is there.
Exactly.
also
Like
my
Coach Ram
happiness.
Babu said, happiness also lies in contentment. You also shared the same opinion. Rashmi, have you ever been happy? If so, when?
Good evening, everyone. For me, happiness is like you have to create happiness around you to make happy yourself and for other as well. Any
Yes.
situation depends person to person. Some person see the happiness in success. Some person looks happiness in their relations. Some see happiness to see like if their kids are succeed in their life. For me, happiness like if I can be happy and I can make others happy, if I can bring the happiness of other faces, for me the happiness is that. And happiness like drives you to the success and everything, and it keep you away from anxiety, depression, so many things like that, like the mood off. So happiness is very important because it keep you young as well.
Yes. So it's what Coach Rashmi is saying is a very new perspective. She finds happiness in making other people happy. And I think that's a very noble thought. Thank you for sharing that with us. So we will see some of the ways. Up until now, we have seen what happiness was, and we have been happy. And if we've been happy, when have we been happy? We will now talk about what are the things that make people happy. We could do things that we love, acting according to our conscience, that is listening to our hearts, act according to your conscience, enjoy the moment, enjoy every single moment that life has to offer. Be with people who make you smile. I think, like Neelu mentioned, it's about the relationship, association, the power of association. You spend time with happy people, exercise. Now, how many of us knew this? Physical exercise can actually make us happy. How many of you concur with this thought?
Sonen and when do exercise or physical exercises, actually it reduce the stress. The moment you are talk with yourself, when you do exercises and everything, whatever give you pleasure, so that moment give the happiness, and definitely that moment we forget all the sorrows.
So when we exercise, our body releases something called as endorphins, which are happy hormones, and we all will be happy. So exercise, go out there and exercise. Do what makes you laugh. Gratitude, and this is something very important, and I can talk from a point of experience. Gratitude changes your life radically. It makes you feel happy. It lightens up the mood. It takes burdens off your shoulders. So practice gratitude. Practice a gratitude journal. I've been doing this for very long. I have a gratitude journal. Every single night, I write 20 things that I'm grateful for in my life, including the bad circumstances that happened to me. And that makes me feel so much better and so much happier. And that allows for us to look for the best even in the worst situations. Try this and I'm sure you won't regret it. You'll thank me later, I'm sure. Perform random act of kindness. Find happiness in somebody else's happiness. Why should we be unhappy over somebody else's happiness? Let's enjoy with them. And by enjoying their happiness, we will make ourselves happy. Forgive. Forgiving somebody makes us feel better about ourselves. Does it make us feel better? Forgiving somebody. You are doing it for them, but you're doing it more for yourself. Forgiving others to just feel better, not hold on to a grudge and sweat about it and lose your peace of mind over it.
Yeah, it goes both ways.
And don't overlook it. Don't forget it, but forgive it. Like we discussed earlier, express gratitude even for the smallest of things. The auto driver, the fruit vendor, the smallest. Express gratitude over the smallest of things. That will become a lifestyle. That will be a way of life. Cultivate optimism. Look for the best in every situation. Avoid overthinking. Now, how many of us are a victim of overthinking here? Me for sure. Over something so futile. It's an exercise in futility. Don't do that. Avoid overthinking. Avoid comparison. They say comparison is the thief of joy. We compare ourselves to somebody we ourselves put on the pedestal and lose our peace of mind. We are all here to bloom. We all will take our time. We are all flowers. We don't compare ourselves to flowers next to us. We just bloom and shine. Nurture relationships. Like Neelu mentioned, relationships are important. Nurture them. When our surroundings are happy, we will also be happy. We draw happiness from them. They draw happiness from us. And we will just be one happy circle. The next thing is developing coping strategies. Now let's face it. We can't be happy throughout for 24 hours a day, 365 days in a year. So we will not be happy. So we need to develop coping mechanisms. For me, every time I'm upset, angry, I will go to the shower and have a bath. Water calms me. I go to the mountains because I feel better, I breathe better. So each one of us have a coping mechanism. For some of you, it could be going and talking to a friend. For some of you, it could be journaling. For others, it could be venting. Just vent it out. For some people, it could be even crying. Go to your room, lock yourself and cry your heart out. Just make sure you know a coping mechanism which will make you feel better. Sometimes go confront the person. So see what happens. I've even tried this one technique where I write down all my problems from time to time and I burn that sheet because it gives me a sense of release. So see what works for you. Get out of your comfort zone. Challenge yourself. This will also give you happiness. It gives you confidence and it will give you happiness. Like Paula mentioned, she derives happiness in being resilient and confident. So get out of your comfort zone. It gives you confidence. It will make you happy. Enjoy the simple pleasures of life. Life is nothing but a montage of small experiences. Experience it. Enjoy that one walk in the park with your loved one. Enjoy that ice cream. Enjoy yourself. Take that swim if you want to go. Go on that mountain. Go trekking. Do what makes you happy. Enjoy the little things in life. Life is made up of small things. Commit to your goal. Have a routine. Having a routine is very important to keep yourself happy. Because if you don't have a routine, you feel anxious, you feel depression, which is all a byproduct of being sad. And that's not something that we want to be. Take care of your body. We've delved on this. Physical fitness is important. And this is something, the next point that I want to discuss is something that I think all of us at some point in our lives have done. We indulge in something called as a victim mentality. Now, how many of us here feel that we are victim to circumstances, situations, bullying? I feel it. Have you ever felt that? Why is my mother-in-law like this? Why is my husband treating me badly? Why is my business partner not understanding me? Why are my children so difficult? This happens only with me. Why is it? Right? We've all assumed we are victims. Let's not forget, we are the author of our own destiny, our own lives. Let's not indulge in victim mentality. Of course, we are human. We will encounter situations which are unfavorable to us. Get up, dust yourself off, and face life. It's okay. Enjoy even the not so good circumstances in life. We more often than not, when something not so good happens to us, we indulge in self-pity, and that perpetuates unhappiness. Follow your bliss. Do what makes you happy. Love more. Accept what it is. Some situations are not so good. They are not favorable. Accept it. Laugh, dance, smile. Just enjoy the simple things that life has to offer. You will automatically become happy.
Doing what you love to do.
Do what you love to do. So this is happiness. Then we all ask ourselves, have we ever been happy?
Yeah.
We all said we've been happy. We've thought about things that have made us happy. We discussed at length the various ways to keep ourselves happy. So we will now go to our next portion of happiness. Now, happiness is of two kinds, intrinsic and extrinsic. What is intrinsic happiness? It relates to yourself, your personal growth, your health, your relationship with yourself and with others. It's intrinsic. It's about you, your relationships, your personal growth. Extrinsic happiness. It relates to external influences such as money, fame, status, or anything that requires validation from others. Extrinsic happiness is easier to achieve, but true happiness can be achieved only when you're intrinsically happy. Extrinsic happiness can keep you happy for some time, but the intrinsic happiness is what is going to sustain you throughout your life. Which do you think holds more value? The happiness that you feel within yourself or the happiness that you receive from the outer world?
Within yourself.
Within yourself.
Within yourself.
So extrinsic happiness is easier to achieve. But in the long run, what is going to sustain you is the intrinsic happiness. When will you be happy? When will your conscience be clear? When you're seeing others happy, like Rashmi mentioned, when you see others happy, you automatically feel happy. So even if you are seeking that external happiness and validation, it will automatically be linked to your internal happiness, which will sustain you for the rest of your life. Extrinsic happiness is easier to achieve because it's very easy to get validation from others, but to get validation from your own self, when you're sleeping alone at night, when you have nobody to answer but your very own conscience, is the happiness that will be fruitful, that will be satisfying, that will be fulfilling. Happiness is a state of being. You could choose to be happy, you could choose to be unhappy. Happiness is an inside job. The power to make yourself happy lies not with your family, not with your spouse, not with your friends, not with your job, not with your profession, not with your external successes, not with money, but with you and you alone. Friends, the choice is yours. You can choose to be happy, you could choose to be unhappy. Be wise, make that choice, and I'd like all of you to say in a resounding fashion that we will be happy. We'll take that pledge. Will we be happy?
We will be happy.
So we will be happy. And on that happy note, I pass on the baton to Coach Jagdish.
What a way to know more about happiness. To me, happiness is eternal. You can talk on any day, any time, you can still hear more about this particular topic called happiness. It was so nice. Let's hear from our coach, Kalyani, who is a corporate trainer from New Delhi, her reviewer. Kindly go ahead, madam.
Thank you, Coach Jagdish. So, Sonal, it was really very lovely that you involved everyone and have everyone show their perspectives regarding happiness. According to you, as I've heard, I really loved when you said that, it's state of being, the inner peace that we have. And it's not just the temporary thing, but the inner self has to be happy in order to, permanently have that happiness within ourselves. And also I liked another thing that the journal writing that you mentioned, to have the gratitude, you need to have this journal thing going on, and that's how you'll be happy the next morning. And to move forward, this is one step that we could take, right? I really loved what you mentioned, best even in the worst situation. So I think it goes with everyone present over here. Also, the forgiveness, I really liked that point that you mentioned. When you forgive, that's when you move forward, right? So you can't just let it go and, forget about it. And also the coping mechanism. So in order for me to be happy and exert my irritation or whatever the sadness that I have as a baggage, I do exercise. So I think everybody has some or the other way of having this happiness to be achieved, the coping mechanism. and also challenging yourself, getting out of your comfort zone and challenge yourself. That was really nice. The last sentence that you said, it was kind of a quote. Authors of your own life. You are your own author of your life, right? So you can change however you want it to be. Something I really loved. And power lies within you and you alone, right? So thank you so much for giving us this session and the huge impact about the topic happiness. Thank you so much, Sonal.